I know a stick-up when I see one. It's not uncommon for bandits to stalk you, letting you do all the hard work of obtaining rare artifacts and equipment. Once you've acquired the items, they hold you up and take everything from you. Tuna was just that kind of person. Pretending that his friend was in trouble, he asked for the artifact I recently acquired. The only way he could have known I had it was from watching me take it. Beard wouldn't have sent someone else to the dredge station after I accepted the job. I suppose if I gave him the artifact, everyone would have walked away without bullet holes in them. The zone is an unforgiving place, and I can't afford to hand over valuable items without the chance of payment in return. But I'm getting ahead of myself. This morning I went through my stash and sold off any items I wouldn't need to Beard and Owl. I had a small stockpile of supplies, but it wouldn't last very long. Sultan didn't have anything new for me, so I approached Beard for a job. He wasn't happy that the bandits overcame his men at Shevchenko, but he didn't have to know that I actually took part in helping them. Beard mentioned that last night some stalkers saw a weird kind of glow emitting from the dredge station, which was located northeast of Skadovsk. I offered to go take a look and find out what was causing the glow. I expected to be well paid for my services because there are never freebies in the zone. Anyone foolish enough to offer one most likely has an ulterior motive you should be worried about. Trust no one. That's every stalker's words to live by. It was a gloomy day when I set out towards the dredge station. Very rarely do you ever see the sun come out in the zone. When it does manage to come out, you're quickly reminded by the sudden overcasts and sounds of thunderstorms that it's an illusion and that you're really in hell. When I reached the dredge station, I stopped just before the dock path that led to the station and scanned the horizon to get an idea of any surprises I might run into. Something didn't feel right as my hair began to stand up on the back of my neck. I ignored my instincts and moved in to explore the area. That turned out to be a mistake.
What is that? Some kind of glowing wheel. This must be the artifact Beard is looking for. Whoa, you scared me. I'm not giving you the artifact. I'll kill you all.
I looted the equipment of Tuna and his gang and began making my way back to Skadovsk. For a stalker new to the zone, they might have fallen for that trap. This, however, is far from my first time in the zone, and I'm not fooled easily. Beard rewarded me with 7,680 rubles and the location of a stash I should check out if I'm ever in that area. He also mentioned that he would pay for some other artifacts if I ever felt the need to go exploring. With the radiation exposure I received at the dredge station, I don't know if I'll fall over dead sometime soon. Nothing that a pack of smokes and a bottle of vodka can't fix, I suppose. A stalker by the name of Grouse offered me my next job. Evidently, some stalkers went missing and no one has heard a word from their whereabouts until yesterday. A body was found. There was no sign of violence, but the body was bled completely dry. It wasn't exactly unusual in the zone for a group of men to go missing, but this was a different story. Grouse believes that bloodsuckers have moved into the area and set up a lair close by. Danila, an expert zoner and hunter, went searching for the lair, but Grouse hasn't heard anything from him in a few days. Grouse gave me a radio so we could keep in contact with each other in 2 locations to check out where the bloodsucker's lair could be. Grouse mentioned that he would meet me at the second location in a few hours from now. I grabbed my gear and set out to the first location. The day had turned out to be quite foggy and a storm was closing in. I really want to find the lair before that happens. As I was searching the ridgeline at the first location, Grouse suddenly radioed that he thought he found the lair at the second location and wanted me to make my way over to him as soon as possible. There were no signs of Danila, so I started heading towards the Krug antenna complex. The rain was starting to come down as I reached the Krug antenna complex. From the outside, the place looked abandoned, but every stalker knows that nothing is what it seems in the zone. I put my mask on and began to search for grouse and the bloodsuckers.
Oh, shit. Grouse, there you are. Did you find anything? Grouse, watch out!
Есть! Готов! Но я двоих видел, так что ушки на макушке, понял?
Grouse, hold on. Let me see what's in here. Do you see anything down there? This doesn't sound good. Just in case. Grouse, wait up! Grouse, behind you! Oh shit, let me die! Where is it?
Все вроде. Это... Гляди, вот тут, наверное, можно будет попасть в портал.
That looks like the last of them. At least in here. I'll follow your lead.
Так, теперь разве что прыгать. Давай за мной! Коленки не расшиб, нет? Ладно, пошли.
Looks like they won't be needing their gear.
На прошлых жмуриках такого не было. Так, Данилы тут нет. Пошли отсюда. Моя специальность. Да и с практикой насчет взлома у меня сложилось, ага. Талант, как говорится, не пропьешь. Давай-ка на центр, чтобы без шума и пыли.
Sleeping bloodsuckers. You've got to be kidding me.
Надо же, прошли. Ну нифига себе тихий час. Вроде выход. Прыгай!
When Grouse and I emerged from the tunnels under the Krug antenna complex, he stopped for a moment, shaking his head. We hadn't found Danila the hunter, and I could tell that the hunter's disappearance was starting to unsettle him. Grouse had another idea of where Danila could be and set off to check it out. He asked that I go back to Skadovsk and warn Beard and the other stalkers about the bloodsucker lair. When I arrived back at Skadovsk, I told Beard about the bloodsucker lair, hoping he had some suggestions on how to destroy it. He mentioned that gassing the entire lair would be less risky and more efficient in dealing with the problem. Beard remembered Owl mentioning something about poison gas tanks, and that plugging one of those tanks up to the ventilation system would do the trick. Since Beard and Owl aren't really on good terms, he asked me to talk to him for more details. Naturally, when I talked to Owl about the poison gas, he wanted 2,000 rubles for the information. In the zone, there are no friends. Even when you're trying to do a good thing, everyone is looking out for their own gain. I paid Owl, and he began to tell me about a military motor column that was transporting a deadly nerve agent. The motor column had stalled in the middle of the bridge by the ranger station to the southeast and never made its destination. From what Owl said, the tanks for the nerve agent are most likely still there. I made my way up to my room and began sorting through my equipment, getting ready for tomorrow's job. Carrying a toxic nerve agent around isn't exactly my kind of fun, but trying to take out the bloodsuckers by myself would be a suicide mission. It's time to get some rest and a good night's sleep. There's no telling what kind of surprises tomorrow has in store for me.